Welcome back to another episode of the Northamptonshire Career Mode, guys. We had a positive finish to the 20 over trophy. We managed to pick up 6 wins, managed to win our first class match, but we'll go over those results very quickly just to show how well we performed, I'd say. So you're last here for the Leicestershire romp over us. Bit of a pumping there, but the county championship game that was wedged in between the 20 over trophy. It was a pretty interesting game, actually. Derbyshire batted well first, 435, with Malik 114, 50s to Deploy and Mitchell. Curran standing out with 4 for 93 there. In response, we got 438, Gunson with 100, Anton 59, Curran with 95, who was brilliant with jacks. Got us over their score anyway, so we had a narrow first run lead. And then we bowled exceptionally well. The spinners come into play. We bowled with the spinning track. Anderson, 5 for 43 and 4 for 33 for jacks. Did a very good job. Once we got rid of recent deploy, it was just a procession of wickets. And we done it pretty easily. Thor and Vasconcelos, good opening patch of 119. We decided to give Levy a bit of a run to see if he could get some form, but unfortunately he didn't score too many. But we managed to win that game by 8 wickets to maintain our spot in first place, narrowly over the chasing 2 teams. So in the 20 over trophy we returned. We posted 142 for 9 off our 20 in this game against Derbyshire again. We played them again. Their bowlers were tidy throughout. We just couldn't really get anything going, really. It was just last wicket smashing from Daniel, who hit 3 big sixes that got us over that respectful 140 total. But they made mincemeat of it, really. That was no problem for them. Next game was against Warwickshire. We got 142 all out. Look at how many starts we got again. It's just been... no one can really get going in the 20 over campaign for us. All the wickets were shared. Everyone was pretty good there with Dix 3 for 22. But we bowled just a little bit better than them. 127 all out. I thought Makura and Andy Markham. Now, Andy Markham had a very good couple of games in the 20 over trophy. And he's going to get a start today in the first class fixture against Warwickshire. He was brilliant at the top and towards the end of the innings. Anderson pretty tight there. Mirzabani was good through the middle. That was a good moral boosting victory. But we just couldn't, we weren't quite consistent enough in this campaign. Yorkshire rolled us for 121. Only really thanks to Rosington, Curran and Anderson that we really posted anything decent. But yeah, Jamison was good at the top, 3 for 19. Quite a tricky little chase for them, actually. We made them work very hard for it, with Curran outstanding, 2 for 10 in his spell. So the last game of the campaign against Worcestershire, we rolled them for 121. We should have rolled them for a lot more. Andy Markham again, 4 for 24. Just exceptional stuff at the top with Kerr, but their lower order got away on us a wee bit, and they got 121. We did it pretty easily in the end, thanks to good contributions from Richard Levy, Cobb, the 2 veterans stepping up a wee bit there, and Gunson 33 just ensured we finished the season off pretty positively on the trophy, which I will show where we finished on the table. We finished in second last, but we were there or thereabouts. We'll tend to go in the right direction there, just need a bit more batting improvement there. So this leads to this game here. We'll get these out of the way and we will go to the game with our team announcement. A few changes to the team, guys. Andy Markham, who we wanted to play, is out for the rest of the season. He broke his finger, out for 3 weeks. We've only got 3 games left, so bit of an unfortunate blow for him. I thought he bowled pretty well in the 20 over trophy when he got those limited opportunities. So our team today, Thor and Thomas, Thomas is not in form, but Vasconcelos has had chances this season, has not taken them. We've gone back to Vince, who's averaging 41 for the season, which is solid. Anderton has been in not too good form in the white clothing, but he's been good in the limit over stuff. Hoping he starts to fire today. Gunson at 5. Rossington at 6. Curran at 7, who's been really good for us this season as the all-rounder. So's Jax. Anderson, Daniel, and McCurr round up our team. So let's go. Let's get a good performance here. So we will probably want to bowl first on this wicket. It's going to do a bit for us. Just hopefully we get the results with the new ball. Opening up with Sam Curran today. I'm going to use McCurr as the guy through the middle when the ball's lost its shine and swing. Anderson comes in and he's broken a solid opening partnership. Dent 45 of those runs. So we're gonna bring the spin in. Let's try and tighten things up. Anderson's bowled well. Jax has been to expense. And McCurr into the attack again. Needed him to strike. Sibley's gone 10 of 80 balls. And everyone else around him is just sort of striking it very nicely. So short spells for Connor McCurr. Want to get the spin established here. Curran. 205 for 2. Curran gets a crucial LBW there. It's been a bit too expensive so far, the bowlers. Connor McCurr delivers again. A key wicket. Burgess gone. Got some batting, I'd have to say. Bairstow's in and he's been gone. So we'll get Jackson to the attack. I had to get through some overs of spin. I want to give Daniel McCurr the new ball. So Jax has struck. Just sort of keeping them in check. I think the spin will come into it in the second innings. That's where we'll have a bit of a strength, because our spinner has been in form this season. Lovely, another wickets. Anderson, he's really coming on leaps and bounds this season. It's been a breakthrough season for him. We've stuck by him. And 316 for 9. You had to bring back McCurr, and you'll bring back Daniel. Hopefully wrap up this innings. And they'll be happy with that innings, though. They have done enough to give themselves a good, solid score to begin with. So we're going to have to bat well in response. So Jim Thomas, we call him Joe Thomas. It's the bit of a meme in the season. It's going to be forever Joe Thomas to me. Start, it's been okay. So we ended the day's play 35 without loss. These two I want to be our openers going forward, but just Thomas is not quite there yet. Has got a wee way to go. Vasconcelos is still a good opener. He will be a good reserve opener, but I would love him to get a few runs as well. So we've got people giving me selection headaches. So Thor has gone for 36. He's had a test match for England now. He got selected a wee while back and got only top score of 10 and 2 in the second innings. Anderton and Thomas are at the wickets. Pretty much a few young guys starting to pop up for us now. Thomas has gone for 23 off 66. And 83 for 3. It's not a position we want to be in. Just a partnership would be nice. And Anderton has gone for 15. And it's just sort of falling apart a wee bit. Given an opportunity to Gunson. It's either Gunson or Crayshaw at the moment that get that role just below Anderton in the first class side. Sort of just both establishing themselves. One of them will probably end up going to 3 over time. Just when Vince and that and Levy and Cobb sort of drop off the scene. Gunson's gone for 24. So 142 for 5. Can Curran deliver with the bat? He did in the last game, crucially. He got a 90 score. Probably deserved 100. Kind of rescued the innings along with Jax. They lead by 163. Just got to make sure we don't follow on again. He's out for 13 today, Curran. Can we get any value out of jacks? And in fact, our lower order today is probably the strongest it's been for a while. Like the bottom 3 can bat. McCurr has got a few 50s before. 207 for 6. And Jacks has gone for 15. There's no one really supporting Rosington. He's played a handy little hand. He's one of those sort of players that is super reliable. Has been ever since Season 1. 233 for 7. And Rosington's found wanting there. He's out for 69. Can we get 250? Just want to get this lead to around about 60. Then we have to roll. We have to roll them for 150 to 200, so we're a chance of chasing down a score, I believe. Wicket is deteriorating a wee bit. So we got the T interval day 2, 259 for 8. A lot of starts in this innings. Out for 25. It's a handy wee knock that. They've got the new ball. 271 for 9. The tail is wagging. And it wagged pretty well. 25 and the 24 there from Anderson and Daniel. Keep this in touch. There, but it's not enough with the bat at the moment. Daniel needs a magical spell here from someone. It's not the best of starts. Bring the spinner of Jackson. They got a good start last time. They got about 50 for the first wicket before. Here, two spinning options are coming in. Jax has struck twice. Excellent. So the end of day 2, 89 for 2. Operator spinner at the other end. McCurr will open the day's play. Spinner's going to be key. Anderson's been reasonably tight. Johnny Bairstow and Ackerman really just getting into their work nicely. It's just taken the game away from us, so we could be batting for a draw in this game. Jax gets another wicket. Been very expensive though. McCurr will come back for a couple of overs. Gets the breakthrough of Hales. It's Alan Hales, by the way, not Alex. The England international in real life. Trying to operate the spin. Bairstow's played a hand that's taken the game away from us, really. I don't see us chasing this down. They're scoring at a pretty free rate at the moment. I'm keeping the field up because really we've got to try and take wickets to try and restrict the score. It's not happening. Brilliant knock. Take my hat off to him. It's batted exceptionally. We'll go there. Bring back Daniel because it is the new ball. Bairstow goes for 162 off 164 deliveries. That's a match-winning knock in my book. Starting to get some late strikes towards the end of the innings. Curran should have been bowled a little bit more in that little spell, but 394 in their second innings. Improved on their first. 448 to win this game. Can we conjure up something special? It's going to take a magnificent 100. Similar to Bairstow's. Just got a few men that need some runs too. They need to fire. Thomas is one of them. So's Vince. Anderton needs something today. If we lose this game, we drop down a place. Could drop down 2. Even though we've been winning all these games, it's just the other two sides. Warwickshire have been one of them. Form. So he's out for 5, Thomas. Thor continues on his aggressive ways till he's been dismissed. 45 or 35. It's not enough. Big sigh there for me. Just face says it all. Like Thor had an opportunity there. He was really on top of the bowling. It's probably really up to these two to get a score, and Anderton has gone for 8. 79 for 3. Someone going to step up and play that knock. It has to be the next couple of partnerships. Gunson's gone. It's not looking good. You know, Rosington can play some special knocks. Is today his day. Scoring certainly quick enough. We do back quite aggressively, but we don't tend to kick on with our scores, which does let us down. So Ramshaw's been taken apart this over. Look at that, 126 for 4 after 19. It's it's exciting cricket. We play that sort of brand. He's had another one over the fence. Vince has gone for 27, so that brings Curran to the wickets. And Rosington's special little knot, 46 or 46, has ended. And it's looking like a very convincing victory to Warwickshire. Back to the drawing board. So it's going to be exciting in the last couple of games. Like, we really would love to get promoted again this season. But if not, like, it just means we just need a little bit more quality batting. Or batsmen stepping up that are very capable of doing it. A couple of boundaries for Anderson. Just want a couple of decent knocks now. 181 for 7. A couple of 20s and stuff from some of the lower order to show their qualities, because we might have a tight game that we have to win to close out the one of the positions for promotion. Lovely shot, 4th, so we could bring up 200 here. No, Anderson's gone for 22. Just not enough with the bat, really. Like, having that innings where we were trailing by 50 in that first one, and the Bairstow blitz. Oh, he's dropped it. Yeah, the Bairstow blitz really is the difference in this game. If he didn't get that score, you just may never know. We may have been chasing 260. We'll be right in the contest still. So these two are batting reasonably well together. Daniel hits another 4. I think Leach has added a bit to their side too, the Warwickshire side. Contributed a few wickets for them when I've ever played them. A couple of nice boundaries for Makura. And he's gone for 10. So that's a pretty comprehensive win for the Warwickshire side. They're looking very likely for the title. Those are the standings at the moment. So I sense we have to win one of our last 2 games to get promotion back to Division 1. So the last episode, the very last episode of the season, we'll be taking on Worcestershire in the final game. Where are they on the table? They're about middle place, so they'll be tricky little customers. But for now, guys, we will see you for another Northamptonshire. We're sure. I've been told about this and outside of this. We'll move forward.